Hello, my beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily read for Monday, October 24th, 2022. I do want to remind you, of course, this is general for the day for all 12 signs, so simply take what resonates. But I more than appreciate you hitting that like button. I'm not sure why I just clapped, but I'm sure you've noticed on a side note, I did pierce my ears yesterday. Okay, a new addition to my looks. Even though I do need to shave very badly. But we're going to begin and pull from the Light Seers deck to get one card for the overall energy for this day, okay? But when I attempted to do this reading before, I said overall focus as well. So I feel like it's a bit of both, stemming from the card we're going to receive. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, Page of Pentacles. A bit of an innocent vibe is what I just heard. I do sense that there's a focus on the work you're producing, developing, even a focus on your money, certain investments, even if they're small ones, okay? Where are you putting your money and why is that, okay? And I do feel like you're being pushed to recognize what financial purchases, right, or investments are making you feel good about your current day situation, and underneath it all, what needs to be released, what needs to be cut out, okay? And I do also feel as if some of you are thinking about the release of a past job, okay, or business situation, or it could be more so preparatory for releasing what isn't meant for you moving forward, needing to just get motivated to do what's right for you. I do sense that it's a day where, in a very sort of tired way, we're each motivated to do what we have to do or what we feel is necessary or what we're told to do. Let's do some shuffling and pull an oracle from the Forest deck. Staying in your lane will do you justice is what I'm hearing. Staying in your lane. It just feels like there isn't, there's certain conversations, interactions, experiences that could come to be if you're too involved in other people's business or too ready to jump into every experience presented, right? Or everybody that crosses your path. There's just certain moments that aren't going to benefit you, okay? Sanctuary. Yeah, a good focus on your home life, your sanctuary, wherever you feel most comfortable. I do sense that for some of you, that's going to be in an area wrapped up with nature, all right? Spirit animals coming into play throughout this day. The spiritual meaning of a bear, but I do feel like there's a focus on rabbits, okay, as I'm being drawn to this. They were making me think of Alice in Wonderland. Did I even say that right? I haven't seen that movie in ages. But anyways, okay, so a focus that's showing me the time watch, as I struggle, they're showing me a clock, okay, from that movie, and they're saying that there's something that needs to get done on time or by a certain point. But rabbits, bunnies speaking upon new beginnings, giving birth to something new. What you gave birth to recently, that's working out for you, okay? But also, again, for some of which that could be in regards to what you need to make room for, all right? Or you did recently in order to give birth to something new moving forward. Okay, why do you feel the need to delay it to an extent? And also there's a push to recognize where your gratitude should lie throughout this day in regards to what's thriving, growing, feeling abundant, okay? Who you have in your situation. If you didn't hear back from somebody you texted or reached out to recently, I just feel like they're going through it, even if that's not 100% apparent. But for whatever reason, okay, we're going to take all of these and then we'll put this deck away. We have renewal, magic, and prosperity. So there's a sense that you need to renew your hope in a situation, okay? Or renew one's level of energy as you are feeling a bit burnt out throughout this day, but having a lot going on, but even creating more to do all the meanwhile, which isn't really matching up with the set of the amount of energy you have. But I do sense that people are viewing you as a royal individual. Some of you are thinking about your prince is what I'm getting specifically, that you desire or have in your life at this time. Interesting. So touching base upon love to a certain extent at a point throughout this day, or certain points. But in a magical way, there's a focus on the prosperity that is within your situation and coming to be more so by the end of this Monday. Why do you feel the need to overdo it? Why do you feel the need to overspeak, over explain, or just do more? Okay, there's a reminder that at times less is more, and that will bring you joy. Okay, there's a level of needing to remember where you feel most happy. Okay, I feel like I'm shouting right now, even though I think I'm not. But let's pull more tarot from the Mystic Mondays. I'm hearing you're the best at what you do, even if the numbers don't show it. Okay. Even if the evidence isn't fully there, or people haven't really, not everybody has got on board, I feel the need to say. But the Hanged Woman and the Two of Cups. The Hanged Woman and the Two of Cups, almost said Hanged Man. So I feel like there's a focus on gender, okay? How you identify oneself, how other people identify themselves, how you present yourself in comparison to that, okay, or wrapped up in that. And I also just feel like there's a need to adjust your perspective when it comes to a specific somebody. Whether this is love, it's friends, family, you name it. It could be somebody you work with or live with. It could be more than one connection. That there's a need in it for an adjustment in perspective from your standpoint, okay? And I feel like even they may need an adjustment in perspective, but that's not something you can control at this time. So throughout this day, we'll work on what you're seeing, how you're perceiving things, okay? And a need to an extent, not fully, but to an extent, put yourself in their shoes. This will help greatly is what I'm getting. But underneath it all, there's a focus on your fulfillment. Okay, some of you, there's a need to recognize a little bit more, or just get some clarity in regards to why something didn't work out with a specific somebody in the past. There's better for you. Yeah, but there's a focus on your happily ever after. Some of you realizing that financial wealth, material gain, and feeling comfortable in those two categories is a huge part of your fulfillment, as I'm getting this disco ball sort of jewel in the middle as a representation of you being drawn to this reading and liking the lavish things, right? The luxuries in life, a nicer, shinier lifestyle. And so I feel like when you're thinking about love, when you're thinking about friends, when you're thinking about home life, and where you're meant to feel comfortable and experience that level of joy and prosperity, you can't help but ask yourself, well, who is going to sort of fit in this image I have for my life moving forward, okay? Some of which kind of wanting less than that, but I just feel like there's thoughts of wanting it all, okay? And being pushed by spirit to recognize you can have that, but you need to make choices that coincide with that all the meanwhile. But it doesn't mean you can overspend at this time, okay? But also don't have a mindset of lack. Okay, we have several coming out. The Three of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Swords. A lot of swords and two wands. So with these two coming out first, I really do feel as if you're being reminded a ship is coming in. Okay, it's right around the corner. It's coming to shore to swoop you away. I got a very love vibe about that. But it could be a new career opportunity. It could be a ship full of cash, you name it. I just feel like however it ends up working for you, or a new opportunity, to invest. I just sense that you're being pushed to recognize that in the midst of feeling a little bit trapped or limited. It's like you have a good situation at hand, or at least one that isn't as bad as the past, but for whatever reason, you can't help but think about how you want better in the future, okay? And that's good. But do try to, again, be grateful and focus on the benefits of your current day situation, all right? But with the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords, as well as the Four of Swords, in the midst of resting throughout this day at a certain point and being reminded of the level of protection you have individually, you're going to be feeling a bit secretive in regards to your passions, in regards to something you're going to passionately move towards, and potentially, for some drawn to this reading, passionately leave behind, as I'm drawn to the Queen of Swords once again. But I also just feel like For some of you, you're thinking about secrets, okay? People who haven't been completely honest in the past, and therefore realizing moving forward you can do a better job from all you've been through and overcome and didn't put up with to an extent. You could do a better job of putting your foot down and sort of squashing that earlier on, right? To prevent the mess that you've dealt with in the past. Does that make sense? Whether it comes to friends, whether it comes to love, I just sense that you're being reminded in certain ways through little realizations, through synchronicities, through even spirit speaking to you in certain ways. You're going to be so much better at handling love, friends that enter your life, and even take a fresh start in a sense moving forward, okay? And I feel like even when it comes to a job situation for some, but it feels more connection oriented, okay? There's a focus on your looks, your hair, the moon, stuff like that. Whatever makes you feel good throughout this day is meant for you, period. Period, okay? There's more on the horizon is what I'm hearing, but you need to be one with the fact that you have a lot to accept or decline, a lot to be grateful for, to experience, to be one with it once again throughout this day. And just allow for yourself to sit back in your throne and manifest exactly what you desire. All right? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light, go enjoy your Monday, and I'll see you next time.